Hello, world. I'm back with an update. Um, I am still enjoying life. Appreciative of my circumstances, even though I'm still looking for a job. I am diligently looking for a job. I remain happy. Um, Quick Bible verse, Isaiah 40:31. But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not get weary. They will walk and not be faint. So I am here to say that I remain joyous. And I know that God has something good for me. He always does. So, um, a quick update. In my last post, um, I was reflecting on how it seems as though as I get older, it's harder to find a job. A lot of people have experienced that, and I'm experiencing it right now. Um, and there was a company that said, "Hey, we want to interview you. Give us some available dates and times." And I did. And I sent them the times and dates. And the lady responded back and she says, "Hey, George, I just have a couple of questions. How many years of experience do you have monitoring federal funds? And have you ever used the CDBG, which stands for Community Development Block Grant? Have you ever used our disaster recovery software?" So I made the mistake and said I have 20 years of experience. And while I have not used your software while I was doing disaster recovery and emergency management with FEMA, I have monitored several different community development block grant funded activities, more so related to job readiness and workforce training, not disaster recovery. But I can certainly acclimate myself to you all's system with a reasonable amount of training. And I've looked at several webinars on YouTube that they put out from HUD. And within an hour, she said, "The job has been filled. So thank you for your time." I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, I made a mistake and said 20 years." And then she realized, okay, he's an old guy. So no problem. I got that out of the way. So it just kind of brought me down a notch, but it's okay. You get through the no so you can get to the yes. And I've been feverishly putting in job applications. I've put in 6 job applications to Amtrak. Um, I put in 5, let's see, a week and a half ago at the Chicago Public School System. I put in a number at the City of Chicago. And I still get the emails that say, "Hey, George, you look like you'd be perfect for this job. Apply, click this link." And I go there and apply. And then at least these days, I'm getting personal rejection. So it's not like I just slip into the cracks and say, "Hey, we've reviewed your resume and um, we've decided to go with another candidate." Cool, no problem. And I saw an old email where a gentleman from a recruiting company sent me an email um, about 3 weeks ago about a grant accountant position. And I told him that my strength and my experience is not in accounting as much as it was in auditing and monitoring federal funds and federal grants after the award of them. So not grant writing, but post award monitoring. Thank you for your time. I don't think that this is where my strength lies, but I'll certainly continue to look on you all's career board. And if something that's more in line with my experience comes up, I will certainly get back in touch with you. And this company, a nonprofit in Chicago, a rather large nonprofit, they just put up a position, which is a grant accountant. I think I said grant accountant before, but the other accountant was like more of a fiscal, financial. This is more so related to the grants and helping to coordinate and perform the work that's related to um, um, providing services for the internal financial and program staff and communicating with the external auditors and stuff like that. So I was more along my lines. So I put in that application and I put together a decent cover letter to go with it. And I didn't think about it. And about 5 days went past, and I was, unable to sleep. So sometimes I just get on my phone and just start filling out applications in the middle of the morning when I can't sleep. And I was rejected from a company called ICF. They do contracting for the federal government, and a lot of these jobs are disaster recovery, emergency management related, and it just seems like if I could get back into that field, then I would be a satisfied person, um, and I would be happy with the work, and I would be glad to be able to assist people who have recently gone through tragedy and loss and stuff. So I've probably put in anywhere from 7 to 10 applications over the past year and a half with them, and each time I get rejected, even though I've got 4 years of disaster recovery and emergency management experience. Um, and I saw an email that they sent. They were like, "Hey, George, we noticed your qualifications. There's an available position, and you should apply." It's one of these email things where it's really not a person saying, "Hey, George, I fished your resume out of the pile, and we want you." So um, I went to the link and I saw a chat, and it followed up on a chat that I'd previously had with him, so it continues to roll. So I said, I have 20 years of experience, including 4 years of disaster recovery experience. Do you all have a place for a 58-year-old degreed accountant? And of course, it came back with the regular AI produced response, which just basically says, well, take a look at these jobs here. We have available opportunities in whatever city or country. Just a canned response. And I was like, okay, Lord, please show me a sign. Do something, please. And before I could finish that sentence, I got a call from the large nonprofit. And this is the same guy who had emailed me probably a month ago, 3 weeks to a month ago. And he said, "Hi, how are you? I'm calling on behalf of this particular agency, and I got your resume, and we're quite interested in setting up an interview for you. Are you still looking for work?" I said, "I am certainly still looking for work." And we talked, and he asked me about my background, and I told him about all of the jobs that I had, and I even went back to my first accounting job at a public accounting firm, Washington, Pittman, and McKeever, and that was in 1996 to 1998. He says, "I didn't see that on the resume, and I think you should put that on there because our CFO, that's probably something that he'd like to know that you have public accounting experience." I said, "Okay, well, fine, I will." I left it off just because it was so long ago, and most of the jobs that I have been applying for um, don't necessarily need to see something that's over, 20, 25 years old. So I got the resume back out to him, and I have an interview scheduled for next Tuesday. And I've been on the computer downloading their audit reports and the annual reports and the Form 990, which kind of, gives you some good information on the nature of the programs and stuff. And I've been watching some of their service videos on YouTube about the programs that they do have. So I'm gonna continue to do my research. And the recruiter did say that when you have your interview with the chief financial officer, he'll probably spend about 20 minutes talking about debits and credits. So this is a chance for me to refresh my accounting skills and see what I can do to get across who I am and what I'm capable of. Um, and I'm still believing in the fact that God has something good for me. I'm not going to be cast aside. I don't think He would allow that. Um, he saved me so many times before, and I truly believe He's going to do it again for me. Um, I remain sober. It's been about 16 to 17 months with no drinking, no smoking. Um, I've even cut down on simply cranberry juice, if you can believe that. Mm. So I continue to feel good, even though I'm unemployed. I'm sitting in a vacant apartment that I need to finish so I can rent it out. I have a bed to sleep on. I have a car to drive. I have my health and my strength. Um, and I don't know how to communicate to any potential employers that, unlike what you may think of someone in their upper 50s, 58 years old, um, I have no medical ailments. I'm on no prescription drugs. Um, I can work. I can work overtime. I know how to get along with people who are younger than me who may or who do supervise me. I'm computer literate. Um, Even though I'm an old dog, I still try to learn new tricks. Um, and unlike what employers may think, that an older person is just looking to hurry up and retire, or that the training that they may put into us is going to be wasted because we may tend to move around. I would be the most ecstatic employee, and I believe in the mission and the programs that they do have at this place, and I would certainly be willing to stay um, and do what I can to contribute to fulfilling their mission. So, just wanted to give that brief update that I'm still hanging in, enjoying life, um, feeling good, and um, I wish that my people who are gone now would have been able to see this version of me, this sober version. I had not been sober since 1979, since I was a freshman in high school or junior high, where I come from. I would have loved to have had the opportunity to experience my grandmother and grandfather's um, love and concern at this stage in my life. I wish that my mother was still here so that she could see who I am and how I'm a, how I'm developing, and I'm going to finally get some counseling or whatever, because I know that I'm kind of going through some unresolved issues, and I think counseling would be beneficial. Um, but I know they're here in spirit, and I try to take everything good that they taught me, and I'm attempting to apply it now, and remain faithful to the work that especially my grandmother, my grandfather, and my mother, but my mother, my grandfather, and grandmother, all of the prayers that they had for us, and the hopes and the dreams and wishes. So um, it's been a it's been nice so far to be able to get out this spoken message of my hopes and my dreams, and the continued good wishes and encouragement that um, a number of you have expressed for me on my behalf, and all of the prayers and words of encouragement and good thoughts that you all have. They do not go unappreciated. Um, so it's good hanging out with you all for this little brief time, and look forward to the next time. So take good care of yourself, take good care of each other. So talk to you soon.